안녕하세요 guys, Chad Christina. Hey guys, it's Christy. So today I'm going to be doing a review for Dream High. Now the location is a little bit different because this is my mom's living room. And by the way, they're still doing some construction outside, so I don't know if you're going to see that or not, or hear that or not. But I apologize. It's been like 3 weeks and they're still doing construction out there. Can you believe this? So I'm going to get right into the story. Dream High takes place in this school. It's called Kirin School of the Arts, and it basically follows the life of a group of students. Basically, these are the students who study other things, not the arts, or not only the arts, because they don't feel that they're good enough to actually get into the arts when they graduate. This school is like notorious for producing pop stars and soap stars and drama stars and all kinds of stars. You know, they have dancers and singers and musicians and all kinds of things, and they're notorious for releasing all of those people on into the world. And they have this group of students who, in the long run, they don't believe that are going to produce good enough to actually be selected for any, singing or dancing or acting or of any kind. So they actually study academics. Okay, so the very first person that you meet is Go Hye-mi. She is a very confident girl. She's a very talented vocalist. She knows that she's talented, and because she knows that she's talented, she kind of looks down on others. You kind of first meet her, she's singing, and that's when you first meet her. There's this girl who's like a fangirl, like she idolizes her. Her name is Yoon Baek-hee. She really looks up to Hye-mi. She dresses like her. She does her hair like her. She's a big fan of hers. And Hye-mi she doesn't really care. She keeps her around because it's funny and it's entertaining. Baek-hee wants to audition for Kirin School, but Hye-mi doesn't want to. Kirin puts out pop stars. That's what they focus on. And she wants to be a classic vocalist, like she wants to sing opera and stuff. So she doesn't really want to, go to Kirin School. But Baek-hee does. However, the problem is that Hye-mi's parents, they've lost everything. Her dad has lost his job. Her mom left. So her only choice is to go to Kirin because there she'll get training. So her and Baek-hee go and audition together. They audition at the same time together. They like Hye-mi a lot. They don't really like Baek-hee. The director of the school, Young Ham-young, he decides to keep Baek-hee, and he decides to put Hye-mi like she's gonna be there, but if she doesn't show improvement, he's gonna chuck her out. And the other person who auditions, his name is Jason. Jason is from America. I don't know if he's American and he just auditions for this because he knows that Kirin has a reputation, or if he's from South Korea, moved to America, and then he came back. But he spurts English every now and then, so I don't know if it's just because he's used to speaking in English or what. But he's a dancer and he dances very, very well, and he sings very well. He auditions and he gets in. The other person who auditions, her name is Kim Pil-soo. She's so adorable. She's probably my favorite character in this drama. She auditions in a sushi roll costume. Here we call them furries. They're like character costumes, but they're full body costumes, and it's a sushi roll. Because she didn't want them to judge her on her weight, because she's overweight. She wanted them to judge her on her skill, not her weight. The other person who auditions, his name is Jin-koo. He's complicated. He's a very good dancer. He's a very promising dancer. And he's a good rapper. He doesn't audition because he wants to. He auditions because somebody tells him to audition. He's a very troubled student. Because of his reputation, he's put in this group with Hye-mi. So he's in, but he's on probation. The other person auditions, and that's because the director tells Hye-mi that if she wants to be in the school, she needs to go get him and convince him to be in the school, is Song Sam-dong. He lives out in the country and he doesn't know anything about living in the city. and he is very, very shy. He's very timid, and he doesn't really stand up for himself at first. He's kind of like a lost puppy. He doesn't really know what the heck's going on most of the time, but he falls in love with Hyumi like at first sight. So he follows her there. He follows her is what he does. He doesn't go because of any other reason except her. So these three kids, Hyumi, Samdong, and Jungkook, they make up this academic group, and they're put there by one of the teachers who becomes the director because he can't get rid of the students. The prior director, Jung Ham-young, he makes it so that he can't get rid of the students. So the only other way for him to keep the students there is to put them in this academic group so that they learn academics as well as music. The other kids, Peki, Pilsuk, and Jason, they're in the school. Like they're in the school, and they only study music. These three kids kind of become the underdogs. They kind of become the outcasts and the underdogs, because anybody who studies here, like who studies academics, they're not going to be idled. Basically, they're outcasts. Things really start going bad for Hyumi because when she auditioned, she kind of threw Peki under the bus. The other students know about this outburst that she did. They don't like her. They think that she's conceited. Hyumi gives the medallion to Peki, and things are going really well for Peki. The director told Hyumi that the medallion was a good luck charm, and that whoever has it is going to have a stroke of good luck. When Peki has it, she gets like all of this good things that are happening to her. Things are going very bad for Hyumi. The medallion makes its way around everybody. The group starts off with Hyumi, Jungkook, and Samdong, but Pilsuk kind of puts herself in this group. She asks to be in this group because she's also an outcast. Because she's overweight, everybody just kind of like, well, you're never going to do anything because you're overweight. You know, she sings beautifully. She has such a wonderfully beautiful, magical voice. But because she's overweight, you know, she's having a hard time with the dances and she can't keep up. You know, she kind of puts herself in this group so that she can learn at her pace. Jason becomes her friend. And because Jason becomes her friend, he kind of starts hanging out with them and is associating with them. When Peki gets rid of the medallion, really bad things start happening to her. She goes through like some really bad things. And because she goes through these bad things, she starts associating more with them too. This was the first drama that I saw where the main lead did not get the girl. The second lead got her. I was so sure that Jungkook was going to be the one to get her, and it's actually Samdong, and it's so great. I freaking loved her. Spoiler alert, maybe I shouldn't put that. There were some familiar faces in this drama for me. I started watching it. Why did I start watching it? Because it kept popping up in my recommendations. This is the first drama in a while that I've seen that I didn't know anybody. At least I thought I didn't know anybody when I first started watching it. But it turns out that I do know someone, and I was so freaking disappointed. Choi Il-hwa, who was in Bride of the Century, he's Kangju's dad. In this one, he is Jungkook's dad, and he's a politician, and he's up for election, and Jungkook is an illegitimate child. And so he needs to keep that under wraps. It really upsets me at first. Oh my goodness. I had such high hopes when I saw him initially because I freaking loved his character in Bride of the Century. So when I saw him in this, I'm like, oh my god, it's him. And then he just kind of, he let me down, guys. He let me down. Okay, so let's start with the actors. When I saw the first episode, I kept looking at Hyumi and I know her, I know who she is. I know her. And then I started watching some videos on YouTube, and I figured out who she was. I saw, which one did I see? Goodbye Baby? By Miss A. And I was like, oh my god, it's her. It has to be her. So I looked up the group, and I looked up her name, and sure enough, it was her. It's like, I knew her from somewhere. She really surprised me. I was so not expecting her to be as good as she was. I know that most of the idols are kind of like triple threats. They sing, they dance, and they act. But I really didn't, I don't know, I just didn't expect it. Maybe because the actors here are very, like, they only focus on acting, you know. It's very rare when you have an actor who can sing and dance. Sorry about that. Taekyun is another one. I did not expect him to be as good as he was. I can't wait to see what else he was in. If you guys know without me having to look it up, please let me know, because, oh my god. And Woo-young, of course, you know, Woo-young. I really, really enjoyed him. it was the first time I had ever seen him. See, before this drama, I did not know about 2PM. Now that I know about 2PM, I'm a very big fan of theirs. The only thing that I don't like is the ending. I'm kind of a romantic at heart, and if you've been seeing my videos, you know this already about me. And if I don't hear like the words "I love you," or if I don't, if whatever I'm watching doesn't end on like the highest note possible for this couple, I get really upset and I feel kind of gypped. It doesn't really end on a good note for the couple. It ends on a good note for Hyunmi and Samdong individually, but not as a couple. Like, I don't like that. It ends on a very good note for Jason and Pilsuk. I freaking love their ending. It is so funny and it is so wonderful. Paeki and Jungkook, they also have a really good, you know, their futures are very, very successful, very good. It was a really good drama. So yeah, guys, I think that's it for this week. If you guys feel the same way, if you don't, let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't seen the drama first and then you wanna see it first and then tell me what you think about it, yeah, go ahead, give it a big thumbs up if you liked the video, if you thought I was at all helpful. Next week I'm going to be doing a review to Dream High 2. After that, I will be doing a review on City Hunter. And after that, I will be doing a review on Dream Night. If you don't know where to go look for these dramas, like they have streams for dramas everywhere, but if you don't know, I know of 2 places in particular that has them. Hulu has them. You can go to hulu.com on your computer. Hulu Plus has them on like the Xbox, the phones, the internet-ready TVs. I know that Drama.net also has them. The only problem with Drama.net, since I've been watching them on there for a few, is that they come in parts, usually in 3 parts, and you kind of have to push play in order for it to start. So the other place that has it, I've very recently got into it, was Drama Fever. I've kind of had the account for Drama Fever, but I never really saw them on Drama Fever. I don't know why, but I never really saw them on Drama Fever. I had these other 2 places that I was watching, but it's actually very good, guys. I like the site. I've been watching them. I've been watching my dramas on there lately. So I will see you later, guys. Doggy in the frame. Sorry, guys, it's my dog. I will see you guys later. I'll see you guys next week with a new review. Dog, please. You're blocking the camera. They can't see me now. Do you realize that? Do you know that?